This nation faces a graduation rate challenge and really a dropout crisis. Every year, 1 million students don't earn their diplomas with their classmates. In a modern competitive era, the strength of the nation is what's between your ears. And if we don't develop that in all our people, we don't develop all our strength.
Today, educators face numerous challenges as we embark upon teaching in the 21st century.
A 15-year-old girl is in critical condition this morning after being brutally beaten by a 15-year-old boy, and police say it was a dispute over text messages that triggered the attack.
We just did anything we wanted to do.
They couldn't control us. It was time for somebody to put their foot down. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares?
Talent Development Secondary Schools offer solutions to these challenges by creating unique teaching and learning communities that are committed to the principle that all students can learn and create bright futures. In a Talent Development Secondary School, teachers, staff, and administrators form supportive teacher teams that hold high expectations for student learning, adopt caring and supportive approaches to student problems, and nurture students' academic and social development. Teaming is a vital pillar of a successful talent development secondary school. There are a number of teams that function simultaneously within a TDS school, including a leadership team, a content team, and interdisciplinary teaching teams. A teacher team is a professional community in which teachers pursue a clear, shared purpose for all students' learning, engage in collaborative activities to achieve that purpose, and take collective responsibility for student learning. Teacher teams also benefit the two most important entities, students and the school. In this presentation, our topic will focus on interdisciplinary teacher teams. Let's explore the role and function of an interdisciplinary teacher team in a TDS school.
Teacher teams are really the central focus of the talent development model. They're like the platoon in the military. They're the ones who do the work and the thing that everything else is built around. And the reason for this is in high-need schools, a teacher can't do it alone. If they have 150 kids they share with no one, they might be able to talk their subject, but they can't talk kids. And we know in our high-need schools, kids need a great lesson every day and always something else. And to get that something else, we need a team of adults working together with a manageable number of kids they share in common so they can pool their strengths. Some might be good talking to kids and figuring out what the real deal is. Some might be totally fine making calls to parents in the evening. Others may have young kids and say that's impossible. And instead of asking one teacher to do everything, we can pull on their different strengths to make sure as a unit they can work together to give their students what they need to succeed. And that at the end is the goal of the team, is essentially to do what it takes to make their group of students succeed, to make them want to come to school, to make them want to work hard, and to help them make sure they understand the material so they actually can experience the joy and excitement of learning.
Research shows schools are more likely to be successful when the people work together to examine and improve the teaching and learning environments. Teaming can be used to great effect to foster an environment of shared understanding, a sense of identity, high levels of involvement, and a mutual sense of belonging. Though accountability is essential, it's the collective perspective of the team members, the mutual respect they hold for one another, and their desire to change the practice of teaching in a meaningful way that helps ensure a team's success.
To be successful, teacher teams need some things. First, they need to have a common set of kids they share together, right? Basically their kids need to travel as a cohort through the day from classroom to classroom to that team of teachers. So they actually all have the same kids. They all can know the same kids. The kids can experience the same academic and behavioral expectations. They also need time to have collaborative work time together to talk about the kids, to plan often interdisciplinary work, and to set those common norms and expectations, and to problem solve student challenges and behaviors. When a student is not coming to school, how will they address it? If a student is starting to act out, how do they address it? If a kid is not doing his homework or failing tests, how do they address it? And to find that maybe they're doing that in math and not in English, which gives them some insights into perhaps what a solution is. So having consistent, collaborative, common planning, common work time is essential for the team. It's also essential that team, at least in the beginning, get some facilitation on how to use that time well. Because teachers really aren't used to that. Teachers are used to being soloists and doing their work, and they have lots of work, and any time is precious time. So if we don't really have someone help create the norms and the expectations and actually how you have productive collaborative work time, it won't happen in all cases, and it won't happen quickly enough. So it's really important to have some sort of initial facilitation to use that collaborative time well, how to work effectively as a group, and how to be in a problem-solving mode, not just sort of we're frustrated and we don't know what to do mode and we're going to share that with each other.
An ideal TDS interdisciplinary teacher team consists of teachers from differing subject areas. For example, a math teacher, an English teacher, a social studies teacher, and a physical education or science teacher. The interdisciplinary team is at the heart of the TDS school, allowing teachers to work together to personalize and individualize each student's learning environment, build a strong climate of caring and support for students and staff, share information and resources and provide members with collegial support, coordinate instruction and curriculum across subjects, and provide students with shared expectations for behavior and course performance across their classrooms. A successful teacher team begins with the principal.
A key piece of a successful team also is that it's really, as we said, it is seen as the centerpiece of the school. It is the engine which drives the school. And in the cases where that succeeds, the principal takes an active role in first saying this is a school based on teams, and we're going to keep that sacred and make sure the teams have time. And we're also going to expect they use that time well. So I'm going to ask to see their agendas. I'm going to sit in on occasional meetings. I'm going to ask them to collaborate with other teams to sort of build some team-wide consistency and also to share best practices. So if we say the team is the center of the school, then the principal and other support systems have got to be built around that and act as it is the center of the school.
Teaming is a relevant concept to today's schools. To recap, teams do need some basic components to operate successfully. A master schedule that accommodates teaming, a series of plans aligned with a school's transformation plan encompassing communications, climate, achievement, and attendance, an exclusive, manageable number of students, professional development by an experienced facilitator well-versed in teaming and best practices, and a team must have time to evolve. Teaming is a reflective practice that takes time and patience. Talent Development Secondary's 4 pillars rely on the bedrock of teaming. Successful teacher teams can help transform today's educational challenges into tomorrow's success stories. If teacher teams are given the proper tools and time to thrive, their impact can be limitless.